This video is going to be pretty short, and it's mainly a recap of things we covered in our previous unit, just to let you know how it is I instantiated some objects in this scene. The first one I want to show you here is some of the unique behavior of this laser, that when I click it appears, follows along with my movement, and then disappears after some amount of time. Of course, it follows along because it gets instantiated under my muzzle. But I've done something a little bit different here. If I just instantiate the object through code, I can actually attach it to a hierarchy, but I don't want to mess with that just yet. So what I've done is actually created a laser beam that's always attached at that point, but it sometimes is not enabled. And it's going to start disabled, and then I'm going to toggle being enabled or not through my script to determine its functionality. So this muzzle that I've contained or continued to have on my object has this gun shooter script. Now quickly notice I haven't attached a laser effect yet. I decided I didn't want to go digging around for some cool laser effect right now, but of course you know how to attach one on your own if you'd like to. And let's pop into this laser shooter. I attach my laser to my game object through this part of the code, which is where I drag my laser beam into place. And then down here I have some code that controls the state of shooting. Am I able to shoot? Notice I set it to true at the start. I want to be able to shoot first thing. Reloading and reload time float that I can change. Maybe I have a power up I want to change later, or maybe I want to tweak that for some gameplay settings. That's why I made it public. In my update, I'm going to be checking a reloader. That sees if I'm not allowed to shoot and if I'm not reloading, then it's going to be setting to my reloading to true. So my reloading state. Then I'm going to do something called invoke. This is where I can queue up another method to run after some amount of time. This method is called reload. And after the reload time is eclipsed, that I set in my Unity project, then I'm actually going to set able to shoot as true and reloading as false. My reloading is finished, and now I'm able to shoot again. Awesome. So I have some functionality that's kind of toggling when I'm allowed to shoot. And of course, again, if I press the left mouse button, I'm going to create my ammo. In this case, it's a laser. And I'm going to process my muzzle flash if I had one in here. And my create ammo now has a little bit of extra code. If I'm allowed to shoot, if I can shoot, then set my laser active to true. And this laser is a reference to my game object that I have attached. And this method, set active with true in it, enables it for a little while. Then I'm going to invoke my disable weapon script after 2 seconds. Maybe I want to make this as a variable if I want to change that later or in my Unity project as well. And I'm going to set can shoot to false, which is going to then kind of kick off this looping functionality up here with the reloading stuff. After 2 seconds, disable weapon simply sets the laser falsely active. So some code that just changes state of the laser itself using enabling or disabling. Next, I have this behind, which is the spawn point for my bomb placer. And it's a very simple one. If I press the space bar, I create the bomb at this point. A quick note about quaternion.identity. This is just a built-in universal world rotation. Basically, it says keep whatever rotation that you currently have as an object. For the bomb, it's a circle. I don't care about the rotation, so I can use quaternion.identity to say just keep whatever you already have. I'm good. And that is going to allow us to spawn a bomb just a little bit behind our player. In the next video, I'll talk you through how we get that bomb to have that cool effect and influence the objects around it.